Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, back to do yet another tag video. I'm just knocking them down one by one. This is going to be the WickerBoy's worst horror tag. I thought this was so creative, but at the time I was kind of knee-deep in the 31 Days of Horror. But I really wanted to do it, and I told Dean I would. Um, Dean is a great guy. The WickerBoy, I'll put his link below. That dude has a great channel, and he's a massive horror fan like we are. Definitely show him some love. But without further ado, let's get started. What horror film were you looking forward to seeing, but was a big letdown? To me, that's going to be Jeepers Creepers 3. I don't hate the film, but it wasn't very good. As much as I hate to say it, I'm a bit of a completist, so I probably will end up getting it anyway, but I just wasn't a real big fan of it. To me, it was a letdown after so long of waiting after the first two, which I really find to be great films. This one was really subpar for me, which it kind of has me worried because it was almost like a Sci-Fi Channel movie, and the new Leprechaun movie is a Sci-Fi Channel movie, so kind of wondering what we're gonna get, but whatever. Regardless, question number 2 is the worst horror sequel. That's going to go to Jason Goes to Hell for me. There are a lot of bad horror sequels, and I believe Dean's was The Howling 2, which I definitely agree with that one as well, but Jason Goes to Hell, I've said this many times. Um, when I went to see this in the theaters, and when it was over, I was almost in tears because it just destroyed my love for Friday the 13th. It didn't really destroy it. I mean, I still love it. I still watch all the films, but it almost like it made a mockery out of my hero, Jason Voorhees. So, uh, question number 3. Worst horror performance in a horror film. This is probably not going to be a very popular answer, but I cannot stand this character. It's Ron Sloan as Junior from Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. I love Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, but it is chock full of bad performances. Another one out of that movie that I actually couldn't find the guy's name, and I really don't care because I don't like him, was the two greasers that were in the car, and the guy that was singing the Rat-Tat-Tat-Tat-Tooey song. Can't stand him either. He's very close to Junior for me. But I do love Friday the 13th Part 5, but yeah, not a Ron Sloan fan as Junior. Question number 4. Worst director who has never made a good film. That was a tough one for me. I was going to pick Donald Farmer, but I haven't seen enough of his films. Um, because he makes really bad movies. But I'm going to go with one who actually made one good movie that I know of, and that is Uli Lomel. I do like Boogeyman. The Boogeyman, it's not a great movie, but I do like it. But most of his other movies are utter garbage. So, yeah. Question number 5 is going to be worst ending in a horror film. Again, not a very popular answer. But at the time, I did not know that they were in talks with making a Jason versus Freddy movie. But Jason Goes to Hell, I just thought that was just the final straw for me. When the hand came up and pulled the mask down, just really, really irritated me. Because it just made a mockery out of the whole thing for me. And it just drove me up the wall. I understand now that they were kind of setting up for Freddy versus Jason. But at the time, yeah. That made the tears go from sadness to anger. So, but that's just me. Question number 6. Worst horror remake. There are a lot of bad ones out there. There are a lot of good ones out there. But my least favorite is probably The Fog. I think that movie is an utter piece of crap. Should have probably never seen the light of day. Um, yeah, just garbage. Garbage. And the question number 7, the last question. Worst horror franchise. Now I'm doing Sean Urshan's tag, so this is kind of going to give away my number one answer depending on how I post them. But it's definitely going to be The Howling. I love The Howling, the original movie. The rest of the films are just garbage and ridiculousness. Um, I tried so many times to like The Howling too. I cannot find a redeemable quality in it. The acting is terrible. The movie's terrible. And they just seem to get worse from there. It's just, it's almost like how bad can you make a film? That's just my opinion, though. It shouldn't be so hard to get really good werewolf movies, but for some reason there are a lot of crap out there. There's a lot of crap. So yeah, worst horror franchise is going to be The Howling. This is like a month late, so I do apologize. I told Dean that I really wanted to do this though, so I am finally doing it. I'm going to leave this tag open for anyone who wants to do it. It is a fun one, but it's hard. It is hard because some of the questions you really have to go through the whole everything that you know about horror. So, but it's a really good tag. Definitely go show the Wicker Boy some love, and if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.